Hello, let's go with Steve here and welcome back to Astro Colony. Today we're going to finish that water stuff and all the crazy stuff. I'm going to try to speed things up a little bit because this is just the basic setup and try to get some smelters and all that stuff down here. So we got a little bit more automation going. In the previous one, of course, the auto catchers, and don't forget the lovely design with all the cold power or Calvin power to be correct. Looking good, looking nice. They're filling up, it's all good. All the settings, all the things are in the previous episode, you can check that out. But for now, let's go with the water stuff. So the plan is to do a different thing. Normally I say, okay, you can place some more machines in here, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to change here something a little bit. Maybe going through the floor, don't know yet, but we shall see. So we need to save up a lot of stuff. So if you check that out, we need, where is it? Down here, we need a lot of iron bars because we need a lot of water cells. We need to make a lot of icebreakers, and yeah, a few pipes here and there should be fine. Alright, first of all I want to save up some. So let's see, we have a lot of here. We're not making anything, that's a good thing. We're making a lot of items in here. We got some iron bars extra, so we can split it, take it with us. And also let's check out quickly the technology. What can we unlock in the meantime? So we did unlock a lot of stuff, but we're not making it, so that should be fine. 80 and 30, yeah, if we want to get the resources back, not really necessary. Chemistry, that's for the next upgrades. Biology, what do we have here? Hangar, yeah, interesting. And then space science. So yeah, it's not really necessary to do all of that. I will unlock this one for now, because yeah, we can do it. But nope, I don't think we're going to need the rest for at this moment. Alright, let's get busy. I will grab all the materials and start placing the buildings, and then we can see what's going on. Alrighty, so we have added a door in here. I don't know if we're going to leave it like here, but for now we're going to let it be. This is an extra room. Normally we're going to bring in the ice on this way. So I need to figure out how big we're going to make it. So first of all, let's add some blocks in here. Alright, I'm going to add the blocks in this one. And it needs to go up. So it's not going up. So that's a little bit annoying. Let's say we're going to do 4. For now, we can always expand this a little bit more. And another 4 in here. So on and so on. So it's going to be filling all the way to the top. That's fine. And then we're going to expand this. Maybe something like here. I don't know how far we're going to go with this one, but we shall see. Let's make sure we get this one correct and add some more in here. Let's place a few in here. I will tell you how much it's going to be. But for now, it's a little bit of a struggle to see. Yeah, how far can we go? I think something like this should be fine. Can quickly check that out. That's in total of 23. Don't like that number. Let's make it 24. Should be okay. Just like that. Done. Alright, that means we need to fill all of this up, but I'm going to do that in between. In the meantime, let's add the rest of the buildings. So we need to crush all the ice. And yeah, I need a little bit of materials for that. Let's grab that quickly. I'm always using the wrong button, but that's fine. Alright, let's grab some materials from here. Should be okay. Let's take it. Do we have some in here? Sure, why not? Let's split it and take it. I'm making everything. Yes, looking good, looking fine. Alright, so we need to crush all that stuff and yeah, make sure we got that water up and running. So I was expecting we need a little bit of room. Can be something like this, but that's going to be the pad, so maybe something like this. I'm going to place it one more just because we got that water, and maybe, yeah, this is looking nice. So we'll place one more from this one, another space, that's a total 1, 2, 3. That's looking good. Alright, we're going to take a floor, it should be not this way. Let's see if I can do it. Something like this. Yes, this is looking nice, looking good. And let's make sure this is going to fill up quite nice. And we need, of course, one more just to get this a little bit hidden. Let's copy this one and do it again. Just the same. This is the spot. Alrighty, that's 6. We're not done yet. Nope, we're going to add some more. Alright, we got 9 in total. That should be enough. I can try to fit one more. Let's see if that's possible. Oh yes, beautiful. That's all good, that's all fine. Let's make sure this one is deleted. This one. And let's, open. Yeah, let's close this one. I will close this one soon, but we're going to need this one for the belts. Alright, let's add the belts already, so that problem is done. Just drop this one all the way down here. And the last one can go to the right. Then of course do the same for this one. And of course we need to continue doing that, but I need some resources. That's fine. Let's handcraft a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to delete everything in here. This needs to be empty. Empty, empty. We need to go all the way down. So we can get that power. Yeah, quite easy. So this is the end of everything. I'm going to bring it from the bottom to the top. Just to make it a little bit nicer. Don't need to delete this one. Especially because we're going to, bring this all the way to the top. So let's make sure this is all said and done. And of course, don't forget this one. Alrighty, that's done. That's all looking good, all looking fine. Before I'm going to do that, wait, I missed some here and there. Don't want to miss them. I want to add, not yet the splitters and all that stuff. No, I'm going to add the pipes first, and that's going to be the water pipes. Let's see, number 2. So if you got a floor already on this one, we can take it and bring it all the way up. And look at that, I don't have enough resources. Oh, looking fine. That's fine. Not a problem, we can handcraft some more. Then we're going to continue this all the way down here. And this needs to be connected on this one. Look at that. Now you can see what's going on. Let's do it everywhere. Alrighty, I decided to do it on this spot, so it's a little bit nicer, we have a little bit more room. The next thing is, of course, make sure this is going to be nice and sweet, but we need, of course, power. Why not? This needs to be working, so the best way to start this is really tricky. So I was planning to go all the way down. I know we can bring the power from the top downwards if we don't want anything in here. But this is a floor, so we're not really going to do a lot of things. I don't want to get too many of these power lines, but some should be fine. Alright, let's make sure this one is connected. This one. One more I see. Okay. Alright, and then of course bring this one to the power lines in here. Looking good. I'm going to delete, of course, the stuff that we're not going to need for now. Because, we have already set everything to the top. Alright, it's looking good, looking nice. That's done. And why do you do that first? To place everything down? If we want to bring it up, it should be much easier. Especially because this will snap onto it. Let's bring this all the way to the top. Perfect, looking good. Next one. Nice, and then of course the last one in here. Alright, we can see if we got enough power at the moment. So if you check this out, we are connected. We have 1227. Yeah, it's looking good. We have enough, so let's hope this will work. Alright, to make this a little bit nicer, we're going to add, this floor tile hole, and then it's going to be a little bit cleaner. Just like that. And don't forget the bottom one. Alrighty, that should be the last one. Look at that. This is looking awesome already, but we're going to make sure this is a little bit nicer. So you can leave power lines and all that stuff like this, but you can also add some walls in there to make it a little bit nicer. For example, I'm going to add this one all the way to the top, kind of, something like this. Going to bring this all the way down. Do that the same on the other side, all the way down. And this is looking a little bit better, a little bit nicer. And of course you can do that. And of course you can do that same on this one. If we can snap it. It's a little bit tricky, but should be fine. Alright, there it is. Go down. Alright, look at that. It's looking cool. It's looking alright. It's all fine. So yes, if you don't want to get that power line all the way down here, what you can do is add this one to this connection point. It's a possibility, but you can also say, alright, let's not do this. Let's say, okay, we're doing a top on that, and it's fine. Alright, everything is connected, everything is fine. I'm going to let this open because in the future we can do some other stuff with that if we want to do that. If you wanted me to show you more details about that. So for example, we got some rails that we can use for, let's say this side. I'm going to fill this up. Something like this. Let's press the right button. Look at that. This is quite a nice combination to make sure this is looking good. Of course you can add this also all the way down here. Or maybe you can say, okay, I'm going to delete this line, this one, and also this one. Let's remove this one, copy this one, and then let's place it all the way down here. And then of course we can do that same on this one, and we can close everything off if we want to do that, but we need to place some more items. This is still looking good. You can bring this all the way to the top to make it a little bit nicer. I think that's the best way to do it. Wait, one more, I see. And just like that, look at that. But that's not the only thing what we can do with this one. Oh, no, we can do a lot more. Alright, so this is closed off, that's really nice. I will fill up everything now for this one, so this is going to be fine. Need a lot of iron, oh boy. Alrighty, I decided to not make it so long. We can expand this a little bit more, but this should be more than enough. I did already place some railings in here because this is looking nice. This is the perfect color to do that. And we can close this off like so. And this is looking awesome. Alright, that section is done. We don't need to worry about that anymore for now. Before we're going to add all the rest, we need something else. And that's of course the... where is it? The splitter. We're going to place 2 splitters. That's 1 and that's 2 everywhere, but I'm going to do first this one is going to be left 0. We don't want anything to the left. We do to the front 2 and to the right 1. So that means 1 and then 2 will continue, and then of course this will be 50-50. Why do I do it like this? Yeah, that is quite easy. Just copy this one, place it, place it, place it. And of course do the same for this one. And then the only thing left to do to make it a little bit closed off, do something like this. Alright, but there is something else that I want to do soon, but that's for a little bit later on. Let's make sure this is going to work. Alrighty, this is the backside. I did already add some things in here. I did not remove this one, but okay. So I've done something like this, and why do I do this? I can bring it up, down, everywhere and all that stuff. This is the easiest way. It's all going in there to the correct spot. Just make sure you get one line. Now we need to calculate a little bit, and of course we need the splitters for that. So if we're going to add a splitter in the beginning, we're also going to need to add a splitter on this one and on this one. So we got 4 lines with 3, that's 12 in total. So what means we got 3 in there. So 3 are going to the left, 9 will go to the front, to the right 0. Alright, that's done. Then again, this next one will go 3 to the left. Now we need a 6 to the front and then 0 to the right. Alright, quite easy. Right, this is 3-3, that's 50-50. I know you can also say 1 to 1. But I'm placing 3 so I know how many machines there are. So with the other one, this will work. Of course, we need to add a filter in here. Let's add the filter from this one and then change this to, of course, the ice blocks. Adding the line in here and it should fix the problem. So we don't need to worry about that anymore. This box is only meant to do everything from the astro catches and all that stuff. So that's everything. Look at that. It will divide everything perfectly and should be fine. Look at that, all the way to the end. Then of course it will go down here. To make it a little bit nicer again, you can do it, you don't need to do it. But I love to do it sometimes, is placing something like this in here. Of course the bottom one, and then of course don't forget to close this wall. Look at that. Looking nice, looking sweet. Let's check out the side if this is going to work. Everything is filling up. Look at that, how beautiful. It's flowing to the correct place and it's working. We're going to get a lot of water for that and we're going to need that in the future, I'm sure of it. But for now it's okay. You notice there is no oxygen here. I have a solution for that. If we copy this one and place it, for example, onto this spot, this is connected, so we got oxygen here. Look at that, all the way down here. This is not looking nice, so what you can do is, of course, remove this one. Let's say we're going to add this floor hole in here, and then we're going to add, of course, a railing to make sure we don't step on it. Something like that. Should be okay. Of course, you can add another one on top of this, and then try to add the power, but this is more than enough. Look at that. How beautiful. We have oxygen everywhere. Should be fine. You can do this in the beginning, but yeah. So if you wonder how long, of course this is, let's check it out. It's going to be 14. Alright, that's still fine. Still good. Everything is filled up with water. This is looking awesome. Alright, look at that. The beam is going to there. Looking beautiful. That's done. That's the first thing we need to do. We got the water, ice, all that stuff up and running. We don't need to worry about that anymore. The only thing left to do, that's why I've placed already 10 in here. We need to add the smelters and all the crazy stuff. But we're going to make sure everything is going to divide a little bit higher. The machines are going down on this floor. A little bit up, we're going to place some other things. You can already add this wall or something like this. Look at that. I placed a wall on this line, so you can already add some more. Just why not to close it off. That's okay, but don't know how far we can go. For now, we're going to change a lot of stuff in between. So what can we do? We have a belt that's going down with 10 height, but we can also lower that one. If we check out the machines that we are going to use, there are a lot of machines. But for example, we're going to add some machines like this. I'm going to place it for now so you can see what I mean. And this one that's a little bit bigger. Alright, so we got 2 machines in here. If you want to calculate a little bit on how high we can go, I think it should be down this way. So that's fine. This is all good. It's all close by. We don't need to worry. So that means we got a lot of room in here. Why do we need a lot of room in here? Because we want to try to place a box in here. That's not possible because the floor is not big enough. But let's do this. Look at that. And if I'm correct, we can also add another line onto this one. And this will not clip through or anything like that. You can lower it a little bit, but that's not necessary. Look at that. So we can already place this one wherever we want on this floor. These machines are going to work. But to make a little bit more room, it's possible to do this a little bit higher. Just to get some more room. I don't think there is another machine in here that's bigger. Let me check that out quickly. Alright, I don't think that there is another building that's bigger. So let's make sure we're going to do this a little bit higher. So we always are correct. Look at that. It's going to be awesome. Let's fill this up. Sure, why not? And then delete this one, delete this one. Alright, because we're going to need a little bit more room to, yeah, sort this and make sure we got everything fine. I think it should be 3 opening. So let's delete this one. So we can get more than enough room to fill everything up. So that means if we're going to add this one, it should be on to the third one. And we close this off. So we get more than enough room to bring the belts up and making it a little bit nicer. Can always do this to the top, but that's fine for now. Let's delete this one so we got a little bit of an overview. Should be okay. Alright, by adding the machines, we need to place a lot of smelters. We're going to upgrade that soon, but for now this is just the basic smelter that we got. And we want to get a little bit of room, because we want to separate this a little bit. If I'm correct, this should be 2, like so. And then we can add this one in here. The power line is really an issue, but should be fine for now. Let's add another one in here, another one in here, and another one in here. So we got 4 in total. Should be okay. Then of course we're not only going to place the smelters, because we're going to place some more stuff. Let's see, we want to place the other machines. But for now, let's leave it like this. We're going to focus on the smelter stuff. And for the next one, maybe some constructors, or maybe something else. We shall see. Should be fine. Alright, this is not looking good. Let's remove this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now we need the entrance. So it should be 2. That's this one in here. Yes, that's open. I think it's this one and this one. Look at that. So we got a little bit of a gap in here. It should be fine. Alright, this is looking good. And of course, to make sure everything is nice and clean, we're going to add, where is it? This one in here, the wall frame for this one, and here for the last one. Don't forget the power. Something like this should be okay. So there are a few things you can do. You can bring the power line downwards and then beneath it, or you can bring it to one line and above. I think the best solution for now is to make sure everything is down, so we don't see anything. Should be cool, should be fine. Alright, let's place the floors like so. And then don't forget to add already the power in here. Are these machines going to work if everything is going to be fine? Nope. We are not making enough of these asteroid catchers, but this is all for in the future. If we're going to bring in an extra line in here, it will sort everything out, make sure every machine is set up and done. Alright, to make it a little bit easier, we're going to add some belts already. Let's see if I have enough. So that's an input. You can do it something like this, so you can see it all the way down here. And this is the output, like so. Back to this one. Let's do this one immediately, so this line is done. Look at that, I don't have enough resources, that's fine. Let's build some more. And alrighty, I also added a railing in here, so it's a little bit closed off. We can always do some things in here. What do we have in the recipes? Yes, we have a lot of stuff, so we need a few machines that are making the same thing. So the belt speed and all the stuff with that little bit of calculation. I think it should be one machine is going to make everything, even the gold. Just the same, and then the other one should make this one, not this one. And then in the future the other one. So let's make sure this is going to work. Like so. I know it's a little bit strange that I'm doing that, but I think if we upgrade it, we will change a little bit. Because if you check out the technology tree, we can unlock in the future. Let's see, where is it? Alright, here it is. We can make this one in the future. So it's going to be a little bit different, because we're going to get some more resources that we can do. It's going to use a lot of these stuff, and it's going to make a lot of that stuff. So yeah, maybe we can add some more. That's why I always leave some extra room. Alright, let's make sure with this one got power, so that's all good and nice and dandy. Alright, look at that. The power is connected, that's fine. Let's focus on the other one. So, because I've told before with the blueprint how to make it, I'm not going to show you that again because this is kind of the same. Just need to remember how far you need to go, and this is of course 5. This is a perfect way to do it. Should be okay. The other one was 10. This should be 5. Look at that, how nice. Alright, because there is a lot of belt work going on in here, I will add that all of that in here. I'm going to make some blueprints, add it in here. And then we're going to connect everything. I'm not going to show you, of course, all that stuff, because yeah, you already know that. Should be fine, should be good, should be awesome. Let's get into it. Alrighty. So I've been testing all of that stuff, and yeah, this is looking nice, but I will show you what I've done, because this is a little bit tricky. This is going up, so that's fine. We can just connect it to this one. That's all good. So if you check out the rest, it's yeah, kind of working. So that's good. So we can connect this one to this one. That's a belt that's going up. And to make sure this one is connected, we can add, of course, this one in here. But then the next thing, and that's what I like about this blueprint at the moment. So if we need to go, this one is going to be down. That's the next one. So we don't need this one. So like you can see, for the next one, it needs to go down. And we can, yeah, place it like so. But before we're going to do that, I'm going to add a few more belts in here. Just to make sure we can do this quite easy. So one is going to there, one down there. And then we're going to add the one that's going down. Add to this one. So it's going to be nice and clean in between. And then of course don't forget to turn this around. So look at that, it's looking nice. And then we need one up again, and then the problem is fixed. If I got all the materials just missing, yeah, there it is, perfect. Alright, so this is looking good. They're all kind of the same, but still not the same yet. I can close this off like so. But yeah, is that a good thing? Don't know, we can see. Can we make it a little bit nicer? Yeah, it should be something like this. Alright, and the finishing touch, of course, are these things in here. Look at that. Look at that, how beautiful. This is already set up done. You just need to remember, this is going down, this is going up, this is going down, this is going up. If you're struggling about that, yeah, you can do something strange. But for now, let's say, yeah, this is going down, we can do something like this. We're going to add a belt in here, so it will go from there down this way. Just to make sure it's all going to work. We can going to add some more belts in the future, but for now we want to get something like this. And if we're going to do it on the top, it's going to be a struggle, especially because we need this all the way, yeah, down here. Look at that. Yeah, it's perfect. We can do it. Look at that. I was not expecting that this is going to work, but let's add just one line in here, all the way down to this one, because this one will go down. And then the rest we can take away from us. We can already add some more. Wait, you know what? Let's add the other building in here. I do like this not to go all the way up. But yeah, sure, why not? Because we're going to add this one. If I can place it correctly. Alright, let's bring this all the way up to this line. Look at that. Delete it, of course. Copy this one. Make sure this one is here. This one is here. We can make it a little bit nicer by adding just a floor below this one. So it's got a little bit of structure in here. And then the only thing left to do, and I was checking this out, which belt or which thing that we can use. I'm not going to use anything now, because I know if we unlock some stuff, we can make it a little bit nicer, I hope. Or maybe I did already get that one, so check that out. Oh yeah, got it. This is the glass wall. Why do I use glass? Is because we can see the items going through here. That should be a nice thing to see. And of course, if we want to walk back to the other side, we can add a walkway, something like this. You don't need to do it, but you can do it. And I'm going to do it because why not? It should be awesome and nice and sweet, of course. We want to make this as beautiful as possible, and the only way to do it is add some more details about that and everything. Alright, this glass is looking nice. Was not expecting that, so that's a good thing. So in the future we're going to bring this all the way up, so I will expand this belt already. So that's done. Oh, I forgot to add this one, and that's done. So yeah, we don't need to worry about this anymore, because this is going to work perfectly. We don't need to worry, so what can we do? Of course we can close this off. Don't need to see it. Even that it's looking nice, we don't need to see it. So, and still you got a little bit of room to walk through here. How beautiful, how nice. Alright, there are so many things to do and a lot of things to make sure it's going to work. I'm going to expand this a little bit more so we can, of course, do some more. The production needs to go up, but we cannot do it with that, a little bit of asteroid catches that we got. But I want to make sure this one is finished, because we're going to catch other asteroids. We're going to mine them, we're going to grab everything, or these planets, or these asteroids, no, planetoids. Oh yeah, there's going to be the planetoids. A lot of resources that we can use. Should be fine, should be okay. Alright, so normally I can say we have done it. We have finished it, we have done what we want to do. We got the water, all that stuff, and we got the smelter set up. But as bonus, I will do a little bit more. And a little bit more will be adding all of these constructors. Where are we going to place it? Yes, we're going to place it on the other side. The reason why we're going to place this on the other side is because we're going to bring it from there down here, from there down there, and so on and so on. We got then a lot of room in the middle to split and do all the spaghetti-like stuff. Alright, to make sure this is nice and sweet, let's add a few walls in here. Don't forget, we need at least 3 room in here. Make sure we can connect everything. So this is going to be the wall again, and we can expand this all the way down to this side. Should be fine. I don't have enough floor, so it's going to be a little struggle, but should be fine. Alright, how big is this building? Yeah, it's really big. Let's delete this one so we have some room. This one is a little bit of a struggle because the power is a little bit annoying. We want to get the power in there. So if I remember this correctly, we can place it, let's see, 2, just 1. Yeah, just the same as the other one, like so. But this one will clip through a little bit. We don't see it, but that's fine. This will be the output, and then we need to do this again, something like this. I can change this if we want, but should be fine. Always placing 4, because like you can see we need a lot of items, and I will double the production. This will be 2, 1 every, so we can make sure this one is this one, of course, just the same for this one, and you will make all the rest. Alright, looking good, looking fine. I'm going to add everything in here, delete all the stuff, and then of course make it nice and sweet. And alright, I've placed the buildings. Yes, I changed a little bit because I want to see what's going in here, and that's why I've placed this a little bit further. It's still looking nice, still looking good. Can close this off because that's not what I like so. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need of course to set up all the recipes still. This is fine, this is fine. And of course this one is fine also. So yeah, this is looking good, looking awesome. And then if you can see on the back side, it's going to be something like this. It's the same belt. I did forget to place one, I see. So that's maybe good timing to do this one. It's going up, so I need to turn around like so. Let's see, where is the... There is the thing that we need. Yes, want to make sure this is the floor hole like so. And then of course make sure this one is connected. So you get an input, and there you get an input. So I did give them the chance to go with 2 inputs if it's necessary. Not really, but we shall see. And of course when this is done, we don't need to worry about that anymore. This is all closed off for now. Alright, I did notice something. There is one building we need to set up, and I did forget to mention that, but this is very important, that this machine, the Manufactory. Yeah, this is a strange looking building. Again, how you can place this perfectly. I was thinking maybe into the middle and then connect everything down here, but I want to get a lot of room into the middle to get some storages and all that stuff. So maybe we should try something in here, like, yeah, get a little bit of room, maybe for one more machine if that's necessary. I don't think so, so I hope I'm correct for now. Let's say 1, 2, 3, something like this should be fine. And then of course make sure this is the same as the other one. I'm going to place 2 of them for now because I don't think it's really necessary to place some more. Oh yeah, maybe. Let's see, it's 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 2, 2. Yeah, maybe 1 just for the wires and another one for all the rest. Yeah, I can always expand this 4 more, so it should be fine. Not going to use this entrance, no, I'm only going to use this one. And the output should be in here, like so. And if I'm correct, we can already place something like this in here to make it a little bit nice and clean. So I can fill this up like so. That's the correct way. So we don't need this line anymore. You can do it, but it's not necessary. Of course, make sure you get all the floor holes and all that stuff in there. Could be possible we're going to expand this a little bit more, but for now this is looking good, looking fine. We don't need this for now, because this is going to be necessary for stairs. But I want to lock the golden wire and the other one also. So yeah, let's leave it like this. Should be fine. Of course, this is going to be the output, and then we got the input. Wait, that's wrong, like so. And then of course this one will be the input, just the same as the other one. Adding the bells in here, make sure you get the power first and it should be fine. And alright, I've placed all the buildings that should be, so I left this one a little bit open. I don't know if I mentioned that, but alright, every building is set up and done. The smelters are done, the constructor, the assemblers, and of course we can expand this more. I don't think the smelter is going to be necessary. Maybe in the future we can scoop that all the way to the back. But this is all good. Of course they're not working. Yes, because we don't have enough resources. And yes, this is the logistic table. We're going to place everything in here. We're going to get a storage box kind of in the middle. So we always get our resources in here that we want. Should be a nice thing. But for now, this is going to be it for this episode. Because yeah, we have done really a lot again. Even it seems like a little bit. But if you're saving all that stuff and all the things, yeah, it will take some time. But alright, look at that, the water is rising, everything is still fine. We can check out also the power, like so. If every machine is going to work at the moment, we got 166 of the 200, 83% network load, it's still okay. And I don't think that will be an issue. In the meantime, let's see, can we unlock some more stuff? Why not? Should be a fun thing to do. And we want to get, yeah, all that science up and running. So let's unlock the biology. Sure, why not? We have enough for the hangar. Not going to use it for now because there was a little box in there and all the crazy stuff. So not really a big fan of that. Maybe in the future. And then space science, sure. Let's see, advanced docking. I want to get that one. That's already a good thing for maybe the next episode. Let's do it. And then I think only left is 30 for chemistry. I don't think we can do anything else. Can we? Nope, we need space science and all that stuff. So if that's all set up and done, yeah, the only thing left to do then is make sure we get the science. If I wait a little bit longer, then we got the 29. It's going to be 30 if I'm correct. 1, 2, 3, 30. Yes, perfect. And let's unlock this one. Look at that. Now you cannot unlock anything anymore. Everything is unlocked what we can do for now. The other things, yeah, we need the colonist with us. Some astronauts needs to be working. Still don't know where we're going to place it, but it should be fine. Of course, all the machines are keep on working in between. Going to save up a lot because we're going to need it. especially for the belts. Make sure this is all working. Make an extra platform just to get to the planetoids. But that will be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this one and hope you did follow this along. If you have some questions, don't forget to ask. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Bye all.